A preacher once said that God asked him for money, so he brought out 1 million.
David, let me prove God. If you think I didn't prove God, I gave one. If you can get angry, I don't care. I gave God $1 million when I had no house.
Welcome once again to Damaging Your Ignorance. Now we are back to Abel Damina, a man who has decided to break the tables. In fact, he said he's not going to break the legs of prosperity preachers' tables and prophets and false prophets and those arrangee miracle workers. He said, no, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep on pressing. Now, there is a man called Ibiomi. As you all recall, back then, Ibiomi had talked about him giving God $1 million. And when we checked, we tried to find out if Ibiomi occupied a political position, maybe he looted money, or Ibiomi is from a family where such amount of money is available. But Ibiomi said something. He said, I gave God $1 million when I did not have a house. So it means that Ibiomi did not have much. He could not even buy a house or build a house, but he had access to $1 million. He said, this I sacrificed. Where did Ibiomi get $1 million that he gave to God? Well, Abel Damina has something to say. Abel Damina has been all over the place and is privy to some of the information that you might not be privy to. He knows, he has been around, he knows, he has been with them. He knows how they try to manipulate people into giving huge amount of money. By the time you say this, I want someone to give God $1 billion, 1 billion naira, you definitely will be thinking of politicians who have looted money or industry tycoons, business tycoons, industry lords. You will definitely think of them to have such amount of money. 1 billion naira, $1 million. Without wasting much of your time, let us listen to Pastor Abel Damina, and we'll also be listening to Pastor Ibiomi, and also a man who claimed that Pastor Abel Damina is jealous, and that's the reason why he's saying all that he's saying. And of course, the daddy G of them all, Pastor Enoch Adeboye. Do not forget to like and share. Do not forget to tap on the subscribe button. Turn on the notification so you don't lose or miss out on any updates that will be dropped on this channel.
A preacher once said that God asked him for money, so he brought out 1 million. Then God said to him, stupid boy, is that what you give to your governors? Then he now changed the check for a bigger amount. Then God said, good boy, now whether you like it or not, I am going to bless you. He now told his congregation, this boy loves God. Of course, when he tells his congregation, they will be motivated to drop their own money. Both the first check and the second check are all going where? To his account. And the one that they will now be motivated to drop. And this boy loves God.
I prove God. If you think I didn't prove God, I gave one. If you can get angry, I don't care. I gave God $1 million when I had no house. You think I didn't prove God? If the Bible was to be written, my name would have been written. In fact, my own would have been bigger than Solomon because Solomon had money when he gave. Me, I gave when there was no house. If you think it's easy, go and give your money. $1 million. $1 million. I had no block, not even foundation. I proved God. All people talking, they teach prosperity. They better do what I did. Nobody's qualified to criticize me on prosperity until you do what I've done.
That man from Uyo, demon entered that man. And I'm repeating it again. Can I tell you the whole truth about that man? That man is preaching out of envy and jealousy. I'm from Nigeria. There are men of God has elevated far away from him. People that he felt that he was ahead of them, but they have overtaken him. They did not only overtake him, the gap is everlasting gap. The gap they gave to him, all the days of his life, he will not even see their back or the way they went. So out of envy, he is preaching to poison people's mind not to bring.
Who by the grace of God can give 1 billion naira. Ẹni nípa orí ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run alààyè tí wọ́n lè fún wa ní bílíọ̀nù kọ̀ọ̀kan. Such people should please see my secretary in the office tonight for a very special announcement. Kí gbogbo irú àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ rí akọ̀wé mi nínú ọ́fíìsì wa lálẹ́ yìí fún ìfitónilétí pàtàkì kan. And then there will be some of you who can say, Daddy, I wish I can give 1 billion, but all I can afford is 100 million. Àwọn kan wà tí ó ní pé bóyá àwọn ìgbà fẹ́ ṣe bílíọ̀nù kan yìí, ṣùgbọ́n ohun tí wọ́n lè rí tipa wọn ká, òun náà ni 100 mílíọ̀nù. Such people should also see my secretary after the program tonight. Irú àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà kí wọ́n.
I'm on a mission that I didn't send myself. God sent me on this mission. People don't know what is happening. This mission, I never dreamt all my life that I will ever be in a mission of this kind. I never dreamt. Maybe if I knew, I would have run away from it. Honestly, to have almost the whole world of the charismatic church fighting you is not something I dreamt of. And it's not something I want to be involved in. But I'm on this mission because God sent me. And if you stand on my way, within seconds, you are silenced.
Somebody said to me, the Lord told him to put a seed of 1 billion in the ark.
Many are just desperate, and because they are desperate, men of God take advantage of them.
It's in this church, it's not from America or Jamaica. It's from here. And I knew where he was when he came here.
It's a lie.
Yes, sir.
If you didn't give a seed for God to forgive your sin, why must you give a seed for God to answer your prayer? No, it's a question. Are you not thinking, why must you pay God to talk to you?
Now, if the argument or the tussle is about winning of souls, it would have been a different thing. But you know, the argument and the tussle is about money. Money, money, money. It's all about money. Mammon, money. Yeah. Now, money answereth all things. 1. 2. Money is needed to propagate the gospel, but not to merchandise the gospel. That's the difference. Having a lot of money is not a crime and it's not sin, but the love of it, meaning you cannot give to others, you cannot help others, you worship the money. Money seems to be everything to you. It becomes a problem. Greed sets in. Now, a church like RCCG of such magnitude, they've had their internal crisis, bordering on money too. Branch pastors and viable branches. We have branches and branches. For example, if you have a branch in Lagos, on the island of Lagos, in a particular section of Lagos, the tithe and offering will be different. The seed, the first fruit in such places will be different from maybe a rural area or maybe one of those urban area without much visibility. So talking about money, that seems to be the issue with many of these pastors. It's all about they don't want them to bring. They don't want people to bring. They don't want people to bring. And Abel Damina is making it clear that this should not be a transactional thing. That if you don't bring first fruit, if you don't bring your tithe, if you don't bring money, it's like God is not willing to do nothing for nobody until you bring. That is the bone of contention. Is it true that God cannot bless you? God will not bless you. God will not protect you. God will do nothing for you if you don't bring money. God will not prosper you. And maybe if God will prosper you, according to Moyedepo, he will not protect the prosperity. It means canker worms can set in. Now, there are some religious clerics that have argued. They said people like Bill Gates or Elon Musk or any of those trillionaires, billionaires out there, majority of them have sacrificed or they are sacrificing to the other side, meaning devil. So they are trying to say you cannot be in between. That is either you are for God, light, or for darkness. That Elon Musk and Bill Gates and whoever that you know that is not a Christian, they have a personal altar that they pay homage to, that they have a particular altar that they give offerings to, that they give their tithes to. And that altar is helping them achieve. That is their own explanation to it all. Can they prove it? No. 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 Does God bless people because they give tithes, offerings, seeds? That's a question for you to ask yourself. Look around. Does God give because you have given him money? Does God bless that way? Does God make you rich because you are doing so? Giving, a transactional thing. I don't know what your thought are as regards this, because social media has been on fire for the past couple of months, and it has become more heated up with this revelation by Abel, Damina. He has destroyed the material, or let us say the transactional, or the money gospel. Is it gospel? Should we put gospel? Because gospel is supposed to be truth. The merchandising of the gospel. The prosperity teaching, preaching. And if you look deeper, you realize that this prosperity teaching came from the United States of America. And Nigerian preachers, they took a bit of it, they spawned it, and it became what it is. Until today, some of those that are offspring, or they are the conveyor of this prosperity teaching in America, Nigerian pastors such as Oyedepo, he invites them in. He brings them to Nigeria. Come and see what I have learned from what you do. And this is what I do. It's about sowing seed. It's about paying your way through. It's about giving to receive. If you don't give, if you don't, you are gone. Your life is finished. God has been faithful to us because we have been giving. You heard what Ibiyomi said. They are giving God $1 million when he had no house. I don't know where he got the $1 million from anyway. I don't know. But what are your thoughts about all that you have heard? What do you think about it? Does it make sense to you? Is it scriptural? Because it has to be connected to the Bible, and you have to translate, interpret the Bible accordingly, not just what your Bible teacher said or what you are thinking. And don't forget that you should not suspend your mind, your brain that God gave to you. If not, of what use do you have your brain for?